Hey everyone, so in this video we're going to be comparing the Rode NT-1 large diaphragm condenser microphone with the Sennheiser E614 small diaphragm pencil microphone that we've got mounted directly above my head in a sort of boom configuration. And then we have also in this comparison the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which I've got on top of the camera that I'm talking to right now. So the reason why I want to compare all three of these microphones is because I want to start getting into making videos on a bit more of a regular basis again. And part of gearing up for that has been to set up another studio space for myself so that I can kind of sit down in front of the camera and start going with minimal friction and everything is already set up. And one of the big considerations for me in setting this up has been to choose a better microphone than I have been using in the past. Because particularly when you're making longer videos, you really want that audio kind of quality to be as good as it can be when you have a sort of untreated room like I have here, where there's reflections coming off the walls, and then there's like birds and trucks going past and all that sort of thing. So I want to make it as easy on the ears as possible. This Rode NT-1 condenser microphone, which you've seen in previous videos, has been a lovely microphone and has a lovely detailed tone to it. But the issue with this microphone is that it's very, very sensitive. It picks up noise and reverb from all around the room. It picks up everything that goes past the house. And because it's a side address microphone, which means you have to speak into the side, it means that it really has to be in the shot. And it gets in the way of my arms and my hands if I'm trying to show you a product or a box. It's a little awkward. So it's not really suited for the application that I want to use it for, even though it's a really nice microphone. And I'm sure you can hear that it's got a nice tone to it. So I've been looking for other solutions. So the other solution that comes to mind immediately is what's called a shotgun mic. And a shotgun microphone is a kind of long tubular microphone with a bunch of slits on the side. And what those microphones are designed to do is reject noise that comes in from the side of the microphone and pick up noise that comes from a very tight pattern in front of the microphone. And at first I thought that was going to be the way to go. And then I did even more research. And one of the things that I learned from a videographer on YouTube named Curtis Judd is that shotgun microphones are perhaps inappropriate to be used indoors. And the reason why that is that a shotgun microphone has what's called an interference tube. And that's that long series of slits along the side of the microphone. And an interference tube is designed to capture the audio that comes from the side of the microphone and kind of reject that in favor of the audio that's coming through the front of the microphone. The issue is that when you are in a small, untreated room, which is echoey like this one, your vocals will bounce off the sides of the walls and then come back in through the side of the microphone. And so you get an issue where the shotgun microphone starts canceling out your vocals with the vocals that are bouncing in from the side of the wall. And then you get phase issues because you have this interaction between the reverb and your own voice. So they're not ideal to be used in kind of interior dialogue situations. So what he suggests is the industry sort of standard is what's called a small diaphragm condenser microphone, or sometimes called a pencil microphone. And what those are tiny little microphones like this Sennheiser E614. And they don't have really long rejection tubes. They're just designed to pick up audio in what's called a super cardioid pattern here. And so they'll give you a fair bit of rejection from outside noise, but they won't have those kinds of phase issues that you might get with a shotgun microphone. So you won't have a sort of unnatural response or unnatural sound with that reverb. So a really good interior dialogue microphone that Curtis Judd suggests is the Audio-Technica 4053B. And that's a really nice looking microphone as far as I can tell from watching YouTube videos, but it is still a 600 to 700 Australian dollar microphone. So I wanted to find something that was a bit lower price to learn and experiment with first of all before I took the plunge on getting something fancy like that. And I'm finding it quite hard to find these kinds of pencil microphones in Australia, but I did find this E614 microphone from Sennheiser, but I learned that basically there are no reviews out there for this microphone being used for what I want to use it for, which is interior dialogue. Typically, this microphone was designed for overhead drum use, so it has it can take very high SPL levels, but I couldn't find any YouTube videos about using this microphone for vocals. So that's what I'm doing in this video. Basically, that's what I've been talking about this whole time. So you've been hearing the different microphones. So to wrap up this video so you know exactly what's going on, both the Rode NT-1 and the E614 are going into the Zoom H4N Pro recorder I have here. They've both been set to peak at around -12 below full scale. And there's no compression or anything in this audio, but there is a 80 Hertz high pass filter that I've set on this just to eliminate any rumble or anything like that. And also on the camera, the VideoMic Pro Plus is going directly into the camera like its intended use, and there is a 75 Hertz high pass filter on that as well. So I haven't heard the audio that's coming from these microphones except for the monitoring that I'm doing for these headphones. So you let me know what sounds good, what sounds bad, whether you think that this Sennheiser E614 microphone is a good fit for these kinds of videos. And I'll see you in the comments. Bye.